He claims to be more of a reptile and amphibian guy.
I introduced myself to the classroom as the lizard hunter.
But Val Bee knows his animals. With a lifelong interest in all things that slither and crawl, it comes as no surprise that the neuropsychologist and father of 3 active boys has many pets. But his love for snakes is merely a hobby among his other passions for baseball, home brewing, and pigeons. Situated on the west bank of the Intercoastal Waterway, the backyard of Bee's home is the perfect spot for watching wildlife. And on nearly any given day between the months of March and November, Val and his family enjoy flying their 2 breeds of birds.
The first is called a Birmingham roller, and they fly in a roller coaster pattern where they're going up and down in kind of a lazy, whimsical flight path. And at the top of that pattern, you'll see 2 or 3 of them peel off and do a backward falling, tumbling roll. Yeah, sometimes they just do a little flip or 2, but see that one? They're really good ones. They'll drop 30, 40 feet.
But the Birmingham roller is only half of Val's flock. He also owns homing pigeons, which for centuries have been bred to find their way home, even from great distances.
They're able to orient themselves by magnetite chips in their brains that enable them to sense the magnetic flux lines of the earth and orient themselves in that manner, even when they're being released in an area where they have no visual landmarks they've ever seen before. I whistle every time I feed them, and it's a certain whistle. And so they're associating their hunger being satiated with that sound. And I always put the food in the loft after I chase them out. So between not being fed since this morning and then flying for an hour, I know they're hungry when they come back.
Good exercise for the birds, but relaxing for the family.
They go back and forth in their patterns, flying around in the air. And they drop from the sky doing their rolling, and it's a very relaxing thing to do with the end of your day.
Nonetheless, it's still a hobby that requires hard work and dedication, especially when protecting his flock from both other birds and, ironically, snakes.
I mean, I try to take it seriously to the extent that I keep my birds healthy and safe, but I have a busy life, and my wife forbids me from taking on any new hobbies or expanding this one. And of course, having the boys that I do, they like all the same sort of things that I do. It's being a dad is a good excuse to indulge your inner boy, I find.
What do you think you'll name them?
Cheeseball.
For more on Val Bee and his pigeons, check out the article in the Florida Times-Union, and don't miss Rick Wilson's photo gallery on Jacksonville.com. For Jacksonville.com, I'm Amanda Warford.
Well, it's not. I don't leave it open at night because the snakes can get in there also.